Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome yourselves back to the NSYNC podcast, except it's not the NSYNC podcast. So this time, me and Joseph are going to be trying more of a actual podcast. And tell them why we haven't done song reviews in a while and why this works better and why it will probably work.
Yeah. I just think song reviews just haven't really worked out. Number one is because we're busy. You know, I freaking moved. We got busy lives going on and stuff. But also too, like, there hasn't been anything like really like groundbreaking that's dropped, and there hasn't been like, oh my god, this is so like worthy to review. But that's not how song reviews work. You're supposed to do like all of it, the good, the bad, the ugly. No, we just been freaking busy. I have to work early and that kind of stuff. But no, this works a lot better too, just because we find a time, we pick the hour, and like, all right, let's just set this time aside, get some questions that either of us don't know, and just go out and just have fun, because we have normal conversations like for hours and hours about literally all these conversations: music, life, questions, albums, that type of thing. And we're like, frick it, let's just put it together and actually structure it and make it work.
Well, that's exactly what I was gonna say. It's one of those things where it's like, we already talked about this kind of stuff, and that's the exact same thing we said when we made the song reviews at first. But number one, this takes more time, but it's a lot more flexible on when you can do it. So technically, it takes less time at the end of the day. More time because we're gonna have to actually be more prepared with topics. It's not as much run and go, but we're not busy enough to where we can't do this kind of thing, but we're busy enough to where we can't do something late at night, because we got stuff early in the morning. So this is a little better, a little more fun, we'll have friends on, stuff like that. And yeah, exactly what he said. We said, for the reviews when we first did it, well, we just talk about this stuff anyway. It's like, yeah, but we also talk about life, this, that. So hopefully we'll get pretty vulnerable in here. I mean, we're not going to, like if there's like a drama situation or something, we wouldn't, say the exact people's names, but maybe we talk about the situation, so we'll talk about Joseph's moves. So, just a lot of interesting stuff. We'll see how it goes, but, let's go and start off. All right. So what do you got?
I was at a recent coffee shop, little social event, and they had an icebreaker game towards the game, and it was called Interviews. And basically, you had 5-minute interviews with like every single person that was at this little function, and you had to write down 3 questions to get dream destination, what inspires you, something. And I got like some generic questions, but one of them I wanted to really like test and really see what people like get, not vulnerable, but to see what like they actually feel. And I'm gonna ask you the exact same question.
All right.
What is your favorite type of feeling?
Okay.
Now hold on. Like people, 95% of them, if they're being honest with themselves, if they're being fake, they'll say, "Oh, I love to be happy, I love to, but like, what is your favorite type of feeling? Like honestly,
I'd probably go with euphoric.
Oh, okay.
So like the feeling when you just feel alive, and when you feel like connected with like everything around you. So usually I get it when I'll listen to like, so I had it yesterday actually. So I was with friends in a car, and we was playing, I forget what song exactly, but we was playing some songs in my car. I think it was like, I played Dreamer by, I forget exactly who, but it goes like, I want dreamers together. Oh, you know that song?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, or like Heat Waves by Glass Animals. You listen to those type of songs that just make you feel, and that's what I'm trying to make my next album about. We'll get into the album stuff later, but my new album, which comes out next week, is unlike that in the sense of like it makes you feel alive. Anyways, point is, yeah, euphoric. So you get it when I get it when usually okay, so we drive into my car and you hear this song, and there's certain songs make you feel different things, right? So there's songs like that are, they make you feel sad, they make you feel melancholy, okay? And there's songs that make you feel euphoric, but they make you feel like late night, driving at night, euphoric, like Nova More, some. I showed you when me and you and Soren were on Steer Vista, the guy who was like, like all reverby, like, you know what I'm talking about? Nova Amor, I think is how you pronounce his name. So like that's like more of like an ethereal, like euphoric, like it just like space euphoric, and I love that. But euphoric, like One Direction Night Changes, honestly a lot of the TikTok songs, like instrumentals, just make you feel freaking alive. So I blast it in my car, and we're driving up Gates Pass, and so I feel euphoric because I'm listening to music, and it just the build of it is so loud. But at the same time, I'm like driving forward, and sometimes I'll even drive to the tempo of the music. So I'll actually slow down the car a couple miles per hour when the song is slower, and then when the song is more upbeat, I'll bring it up. Sometimes I'll even, and it's probably illegal, but when there's not a lot of cars around, I'll flick the lights to the beat of the song.
Oh, frick. No,
Bro,
man.
so if the song...
That crap low-key scared me.
Yeah, so you tell me... We tell me to see if it's the crap later, but... No, so yeah, legit, like... And so, to me, it's like the music connects me, okay, but then I'm looking around, and what I'll do, and I've told Joseph about this, and I told friends about this, but what I'll do when I'm listening to music a lot of times, not only when I'm by myself, when it's a song like that, a song that just makes you feel alive, that just makes you, like Pompeo, those kind of songs, Lodge of Magic and Dragons, sometimes old songs, nostalgic songs, whatever you want to say,
Yeah.
is I'll look around at the surroundings and I'll almost play it in slow motion, and you almost get like this main character mindset, like you're in a movie, and it's really, really fun. It's really cool to do. Like, and obviously you can't actually see things in slow motion, but you can kind of like, you ever been so you ever been in a car and you look at the road, and depending on how you look at it, it'll go a different speed. Like the yellow lines on a road will go a different speed. Wow. So if you look at it and you look at it like straight on, it's going to be slower because it'll take longer for the lines to get to you. Then if you look at it back, it'll probably be the same thing. And then if you look at it straight down, they're just going... So it's that kind of perspective change almost. So like if I'm driving through something and I kind of go like, while I'm looking, it can almost sort of play in slow motion. And so it's like, yeah, the euphoria where I'm kind of... And not the show, okay? Frick off with the show, okay? Well, okay, that's kind of... I'm sure it's a good show. Point is, anyway, so yeah, so you kind of get like connected, and you get connected with music and that with that. Okay, or here's another one. You're looking at a sunset and you play a song that sounds like a sunset. Like that. Okay, or some worship music that you heard a lot at camp that gives you that nostalgia. So I guess nostalgic is a better word for it. But euphoric in a sense where it's like you get the chills and all of that. And it's a similar feeling to what you feel when you're listening to like a really good worship song, like Gratitude or something like that, where when it's like, come on, my soul, you just feel it in your heart. And, that's more worshipful version of it, right? Because you're, what I'm saying, especially if you're worshiping God and you're thinking about the lyrics and thinking about like, oh, this is what he's done for me, whatever. But if you're listening to a secular song and you're not really like, oh, this is the word, it's so amazing, but it's these certain sounds that you connect with places, and places that you connect with sounds. So like when I'm dropping my new album, assuming Joseph likes it, he's probably going to connect it with his trip that he's making back home, which he's making soon. And then you listen to that album in 2 years when you're driving by yourself and you're sad, that would feel like nostalgic and you know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a great answer. Yeah, because 95% of the people that I gave this answer to, I didn't know them super well. So they would be like, oh, my favorite feeling is like happiness, when I'm with my friend. I'm like, okay, that's not what I want. I want to be like, because some people like honestly like feel like they like being sad. Like they just do. Like it's just something they do. They just like being sad. But back to what you're saying about that euphoric feeling, because nowadays it's like people are trying to achieve that all the time, right? And what's the number one thing they associate euphoria with? Drugs. And that's it's the sad reality of it, but it's true, and that's what they do. But like it's funny how you can achieve that feeling, that nostalgia, that euphoric feeling without the need for drugs. You put the right song on, you have the right friends around you, you're going down a road with the sunset. Like you can create like I don't know, like a natural high without the terrible side effects or the terrible things. And it's super nice, and I feel like a lot of people they have to like use drugs or have to do that in order to experience that type of level. But if you just have the certain circumstances right and you having a great night, it's like it's not it's not hard to do. Like most of my like those types of things I'm thinking about always have like a song tagged around them. They always have friends around them, like dances or I'm having, you know, just a trip with a friend or trips with friends. You know, it's easy to do that without the need for, you know, almost like not killing yourself, but like overdosing and stuff.
Well, yeah, it's one of those things where so some people, you know, like I think a lot of times, you know, people. So you see, so a podcast I listen to, and basically he's been sober for 100 days, but it's the first time he's been sober that long since he was 13. And before he would talk about, because I've listened to this podcast for probably like 3 years. So before he would talk about, it's FaZe Banks. You know FaZe Banks?
Yeah.
FaZe Banks and Keemstar. Well, they do a podcast. Anyhow. So he was talking about how, like, you know, before I would hear him talk, and it sort of would be like when he would talk about drinking and all of that, sort of just this thing of it where it's like, you know, that's the high, that's the beauty. And then, but now that he's sober, it's like, I see people, or like Logan Paul, you know, got off weed recently. Like he was on weed. I listened to Impulsive too. He was on weed for a long time. And he was saying how that fed his creativity and this, that, like, you know, and his friends would make fun of him for it on the podcast. Like, you know, you need this, da. But then it became a certain thing where it was like, he got off it, and it's like, it's almost like being off it and being away from social media these days can give you a better high. And, you know, high has a negative connotation. So even as I say that, I'm like, oh, high. But you could say beauty, I see in beauty, rush of happiness, whatever. Then being on those actual things, because, you know, people always say social media was an escape from the real life. Now real life is an escape from social media. You know what I mean? So I wish I said that. I wish I said that, but no, I didn't say that. But no, yeah. So
that's really good.
Exactly. So yeah, things like going on hikes, going on trips, you know. Yeah. So maybe not even euphoric. I think sometimes I might feel that, but sort of to dumb it down a little more, it's nostalgia, and it's not happiness, but it's contentment, I guess would be a better word for it. So last night, I went on a hike with some friends. We went to Gates Pass, like I was saying, and it was a great night. And you know, I was just thinking. We got to the top of where we were climbing. I was just thinking. And at some point, I was like, all right, just chill. So I prayed about it. I chilled, and I was content for a little bit. And because I'm not content a lot of the time usually. Doesn't mean I don't appreciate the things I have, but content to me is like fully okay with where you are and not having to worry about where you're gonna go, right? So you're happy with where you are. Anyhow, so I was content for a bit because it was a great time with friends. You know, really pretty views, and that served to me, and probably was. Like, we had a dance the night before, which was great. I'm not saying it was better, but it was close, probably because at the dance, I was, you know, a little nervous, this, that. But when you kind of strip all that away and you're able to kind of enjoy your circumstances for how they are, yeah, that's my favorite. Because I don't know exactly where I'm getting at, but yeah, what do you think? What are you thinking? You kind of get what I'm getting at, so I don't know if I can pinpoint an exact feeling to that, but what are you thinking?
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Yeah, that's pretty good. I say we move on to the next question. You want to?
Well, hold on. What's yours? You got to say what yours is. Like, what's yours feeling?
My favorite feeling?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. That's good.
What do you mean, oh, shoot, bro? You're not going to ask me any questions you don't answer.
Shoot, I actually haven't, like, done the, like, point the question back at you type thing. I definitely would agree.
We'll do that for most of these things. I mean, we're not just going to answer them.
Yeah, I'll definitely agree that nostalgic type. But there's also been like very few times in life where I've been like truly happy. You know, with like literally everything, like relationship wise, you know, family wise, work wise, job wise, and I can't say I've achieved that in a very long time. I guess the last time I felt like that was probably junior year of high school, is when literally like not everything was going so well, but everything was just kind of turning up Joseph. That's when I was dating Faith. It was going super well. My family was great. My job was great. I was thriving in school. My friends were sick, like parties, girlfriend, everything you could possibly think of and like want in life, I had. And that was not necessarily my peak, but that was probably the peak of high school and the peak of my early life. Just because all of that was just, that was what's everything I loved and everything I was doing. But I don't know. There's times where I don't know how to describe this feeling, but the feeling of just like helping someone and understanding where they're coming from. I guess just I don't know, just the ability to understand where somebody's coming from, where they've been, like helping someone. I feel like is also a great feeling that you just can't you can't pass up, and it's always nice to help someone. But now and then, sometimes just being by yourself, nobody else, nobody around, not the feeling of loneliness necessarily, but the feeling of being okay, like by yourself. I tend to dabble in that a little bit and kind of enjoy that. Sometimes a little too much.
Tell them what you do.
I mean, I know you need family. What do you mean?
Tell them what you do. With the movie theaters.
Oh, yeah. Hey, it's good though, man. You should try it. So I think everyone has needs a way to recharge. Life's thrown at you. Yeah, like just family, work, like life can get freaking stressful. So, not necessarily when I'm super stressed, but every now and then I will go to a theater by myself, purchase one ticket, get one large freaking popcorn, one large soda, go watch some dumb movie. Maybe I've seen it already. Maybe it's a movie, my parents didn't, want me to see, but that's besides the point. But and I'll watch it by myself. Don't have to worry about anybody else. Don't got to worry about nobody. And I have a whole tub of popcorn to myself, and I watch a movie for about 2.5 hours, and it's fun. It's something I like to do, and I think a lot of people shame on like eating, dinner for one, movie theater for one. I think those are shamed upon, but I feel like it's a great way to rejuvenate and just have good alone time to yourself, because everybody now and then needs time for themselves. To just like I've been saying, just to recoup, rejuvenate, just to take a moment and breathe. I think everyone should do it.
Well, even extroverts. So you're basically saying that
yeah,
okay. So this is what I was thinking. So, and yeah, we can move on in a minute, but this is what I was thinking. So, for me, what I was saying with the feeling thing, and I kind of reason I'm going back to me is because I kind of got what I was getting at with what you were saying. Is you said that the only moment you had true happiness is when everything was going well for you, and for me, the only moments I have true happiness is when I'm content and okay with my circumstances, regardless of how they're going. So, because if you're happy when everything's going good, which is obviously normal. I mean, you'd be kind of, dumb if you're like, oh, I'm not happy because I have everything I want. I mean, unless you have some mental stuff going on, but I'm just saying, whatever. But yeah, so point is, okay, so last night real quick. So yeah, I'm kind of worried about some stuff I got to finish with the album. I had a couple of other stuff going on in my mind, whatever. But I said, okay, my circumstances are great right now. Don't get me wrong, but they're definitely not perfect. They're definitely not everything's going for me exactly how I wanted to. There's a lot of stuff that could be going better, whatever. Not complaining. That's just how it is. That's just life. But I said, you know what? But I'm chill now. I'm chill. So it's the and this is obviously going away from a favorite feeling but anyways, point is, yeah, it's when the contentment is being happy with how you are, regardless of what your circumstances say. So it's like you'll probably most likely be happier when you get a wife than now, assuming she's the one for you and proper relationship, all of that. But you get at what I'm saying?
Yep. Interesting. Yeah, everyone has like a perspective or a way they think, is like true happiness, and it's perceived different with different people. So yeah, I get that.
Yeah. All right, next question. What do you got?
Next question. All right, let's we're gonna not take it to oh shoot, that's a one that kind of goes. Oh, actually, that kind of goes with exactly what we're saying. I also typed favorite nostalgic road or place?
Oh shit! Hey, yo, bro, you kind of good with this though. Wait a second.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, I think I have a couple. You go first. Let
Okay.
three is the limit. 3 is the limit because there could be
Okay.
10. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, shoot.
Yeah, exactly, for sure. I would say now more than ever since I moved, everything back home feels nostalgic. Like literally anything. You can name fucking the place I get out my like haircut. That could be like nostalgic for me.
A public toilet. I went in. Like, right? What do you?
Yeah. I would. Dang, that's tough because there's so much. I would say probably number one for sure though is probably the In-N-Out right next to our houses. That's just yeah. I think it's just a classic spot. So many memories, so many stuff. You know, like it. I can think of a billion memories literally at just that In-N-Out alone in the parking lot, in the restaurant, in the Quadeca, bro. Literally, I would say that, and then probably Cortero Road, probably all of Cortero, just that whole road. You just drive down that, bro. Especially, bro, when I drive down that and when I come back, that's gonna hit different. Everything I do when I come back is just gonna hit different.
True. So you talking? You go all the way to like where Legacy School is, or like Foothills Mall area. You drive all the way down, and then you go past the crossroads, and you go all the way up, and then it hits the mountain.
Yep. Exactly.
Okay. Shoot. All right, I'll go one. Then you got two. You got two. Do you want to do it? You go 1, 2, 3, or do you want to go 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3? What do you want to do?
Well, I just hit 2 already. I think that's about it. Because everything I do when I come back home is just gonna feel nostalgic. So go ahead, hit yours.
All right. Try and think of another one though. Freaking like, I don't like a trip or something. All right. Okay. Here we go. I mean, you don't have to, but all right. Here we go. Because I got a couple. That's why I asked. All right. Here we go. So, Sonoyta, bro. Shoot. Or Parker Canyon Lake. Yo. Bro. That,
man.
Because for those of you who don't know, I've been like on a trip. I can't think of this. Frenzy. Yeah, lots of trips lately. Just short ones, whatever. Hikes. The first one I went on, like by myself, and like it was November of 2021 with Joseph. We went to Sonoyta. And then we saw Sonoyta, and it was like, yo, there's places outside of freaking Tucson this close.
Dude, I think we were kicking ourselves the most for being like, this is only 2 hours away.
No, like, it was 1 hour, bro.
That was sucked. Yeah, exactly. Like the frick.
Wait, you were saying what were we doing? We're kicking ourselves?
I think that was the thing we were. Yeah, kicking ourselves the most. Like, why didn't we do this sooner? Why were we waiting to do this? Like, this was so dummy.
I know.
Like,
yeah, and it's so cool because it's only an hour away. It's also nostalgic because I've been there through Joseph. I've been there through just me and my parents, and then most recently I've been there through with like 5 or 6 of my friends for my birthday. And so Sonoyta and Sierra Vista a little bit too, like the what do you call it? What was the freaking what was the canyon or the place we went? The nice, really pretty place. Oh shoot, what is it called? Something Canyon. Oh, you remember it?
Parker Canyon.
No, that was the lake.
No.
I forget. Anyhow, there's so decent amount of southern Tucson. I'm saying too much, but okay. I mean, not to Tucson, Arizona. We went to Portal, which is a place near New Mexico border. Me and Joseph didn't go there, but we went there with some friends. Like December. Oh, that was super fun. Okay, but in Tucson. Ina Road. Cortero is good.
Yeah.
But Ina is a lot more nostalgic to me because
Ina does hit different.
Because it goes so much longer, right? Like Cortero, it goes and then it goes through Foothills Mall and then whatever, But that's not Cortero. Ina goes from Catalina Foothills to Saguaro National Park West. Saguaro National Park. See, that's because we tried to film 2 music videos there. So Saguaro National Park West is nostalgic. but it goes all the way from there, and you take it down. And there's this big new QT, and they're also building an Amazon center right on Ina, by the QT and Circle K.
Yep.
Boom, you take it. Chick-fil-A, you take it farther and farther. Sauce and Frost, you take it farther and farther. You end up at Catalina Foothills. What do you call it? What's the mall there? I was just there the other day.
The La Cantada.
La Cantada. That whole area up there is nostalgic, and then you go. Eventually, you get to Mount Lemon. So it's like, obviously that's not all Ina, but all Ina is up to La Cañada, I think. So like that's crazy. So yeah, definitely Ina, and then I think one more. Yeah, that's probably it. I mean, the whole Twin Peaks area is dummy. Yeah. You got another one?
Ina's a really good one. I'll definitely agree with that one. It's gonna be kind of weird, but the Costco right there on next to Ina Thornydale.
For real?
Bro, just as much as I hated working there and it was such a hot mess, but the amount of times that I've gone in there with my family, I gotten my new phone there, I've gotten, little snacks, I work there. Like, for some reason, that's like also a weird like central point in my like life. Like, I don't know. It just feels like, like home's like one of those, or like school, or that type of thing. I don't know. Costco's just weirdly nostalgic. No, but another one for real would probably be Mountain View High School for culinary class. I know. Just because culinary class was such a like family, such a great time. I honestly took that for granted so fucking hard. And I literally found an old recipe book and that our teacher made us, because COVID hit and that type of thing. But that got me really sad. But yeah, I definitely took culinary, driving to Mountain View every Tuesday and Thursday seriously for granted, because that was some of my favorite, best memories was culinary, because I made a lot of friends there. Good experiences, bad experiences, like trips, you name it. Like, shoot, I miss culinary class.
Yeah. I don't really like Mountain View, bro. Like, but it's not about the actual school, right?
Yeah, it's not about the actual school. It's about like a small subdivision of it.
Are you got another question? Or do you want me to ask one?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. How many more you got left?
Next ones are about... I got a couple more, but the next ones are about music and stuff. But if you got something more along these lines,
let's do a music one. No, I don't have any music ones.
Okay.
Let's do a music one.
Okay.
And did you have any about the album?
Actually, not right now, but I could probably think of a couple though.
Okay, you could if you want, but yeah, legit. Let's just go with go with the music one, and then we can probably hit maybe one more later if I got one, and then we can do the song and the freestyle crap. But let's shift to music content for now.
All right, cool. All right, really simple, really cool. What is your favorite new type of genre that you've been listening to? I think I know the answer to
what
this.
What the frick is genre, bro?
Genre. Okay, genre. Have you been listening to?
Oh shoot, I don't know, bro. Okay, what do you think it is?
Like we were talking about, like the nostalgia kind of, not like 80s synth pop, but like kind of just like that good feeling type of thing.
Let me look at my playlist real quick. Yeah, that's definitely one of it, but that's not really like a new genre. You mean genre that's new to me, or genre that's new?
Just a genre that's new to you, that you enjoy.
Yeah, probably that. Definitely like some old 2000s and even new, just kind of like just vibey stuff. But hold on. Okay. I'd probably say like either like indie pop or like soft pop. So stuff like Male Fantasy by Billie Eilish. So Billie Eilish is good. Um, shoot. Like it'll be okay by Shawn Mendes. So like pop that's like not like Taylor Swift pop, but like okay, but like Taylor Swift's new album type of pop. So like indie pop probably. What about you?
Yeah. I would probably have to say, eh, I like some like chill stuff, like late night car
Yeah,
ride,
yeah,
back
yeah,
in
yeah, for
to that
sure.
whole
I agree.
nostalgia thing. There's a couple. I don't know. I'm a sucker for just like songs that are like just their voice and like a guitar or a piano. It doesn't necessarily build up. It's super simple and it's got a good message behind it and it's like chill. It's like nothing. It's nothing fancy. Not huge production. It's just a good guitar with a nice voice on
You
top
could
of
like the
it.
album then, bro.
Shoot, bro, that's gonna be good then. Shoot.
Okay,
Um,
but
yeah. I like, but like, there's also like some of these songs that I have on my playlist that are like mini subgenres too. Like, I have a really cool like EDM song that I'm gonna show you here in a little bit. Um, I've got a couple of ones that are like just guitar and their voice that I'm gonna show you, and so it's gonna be they're gonna be
all right,
good.
you got another music
I
question
think
or
I
album
like
question?
them. Yeah. Oh yeah. Actually, I'll actually go with an album question. Okay. What who inspired you the most for this album? And
Um,
it's okay to say JDS.
yeah,
Just kidding.
nah, yeah.
Just
Who
kidding.
made me want to stop doing this album and not? No, I'm playing.
Whoa, too far.
Who do you think? Who do you think?
I think I know. Weekend,
No, you gotta do one person. One
Quadeca.
person.
Oh, okay, Quadeca then.
Let me think. Because I'm not like fully sure. Let me think for a second. Probably. So um, a lot of it is an assortment of songs. Like there is one main person. I'll get him in a second, but yeah, like a lot of it is like some of the new in Dior was good. Yeah, the Bruno Mars new album actually inspired me. So
Yeah, Sultanic. Yeah.
yeah, so I won't get too much into it because this is be a topic for a different day. Like, what is originality? Like, we had this conversation once, but whatever. But I told Joseph this 1,000 times. I think what makes original artists is they're mixes of different artists, right? Because then they're not one artist; they become, mixes of different artists. So I applied some of the stuff I saw in Silk Sonic on one of the songs, but the song sounds nothing like Silk Sonic. So even when I'm listening to it, I'm like, this sounds not even close like I'm trying to do anything Silk Sonic, okay? Because the beat's not Silk Sonic, the lyrics aren't Silk Sonic, the vibe is not Silk Sonic, but what is Silk Sonic is on some of the stuff, some of the verses, I do that kind of overlapping, overlaid vocals like they did with lots of different ad-libs of like saying the same words in different ways, right? So it'd be like, I love you, baby. I love you, baby. I love you, baby. Like crap like that. And it's almost like you're kind of,
Yeah.
you're like packing your verse together so densely where it's like there's no open space, which obviously can be bad if you overdo it. But if you don't overdo it, it's super dummy. It's super good. By the way, dummy means good. It's super good because, yeah, so that's something I really like that they would do, right? When you would always have a backing ad lib from someone, right? If it was Bruno, it'd be Pac doing some ad libs, and there always be stuff finishing sentences. So that's what I like with that. Like the album sounds nothing like, it's not soul or anything like that at all. There's that, and then the main person would be The Weeknd, 100%, because Quadeca, the style is similar to Quadeca, and honestly, I don't think Quadeca's really inspired me that much. I think I really,
Really?
I think I really, well, he's inspired me in the sense of what to try and achieve and what to try and get better at, but he's never inspired me in the sense that it makes me go, I just heard this, I need to make a song like this. Right? It's never done that.
Wow.
So it's been one of those things where I hear a Quadeca song, and I'm like, and by the way, if you guys don't know who Quadeca is, he's like a YouTube rapper, but now he's like, super cool, and he does like super spacey, atmospheric type stuff, whatever. And that's similar to what my album vibe is. But Quadeca, yeah, so I've never heard a Quadeca song, I don't think, and I've gone, okay, shoot, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna try and emulate something similar to this, make it my own, whatever, and all of that. I've not done that, but what I have done is, bro, this is so insane. Maybe I want to incorporate this little thing he does, right? So, like, but The Weeknd, his new album, The Dawn, my album does not sound like his album at all. No 80s stuff, no synth stuff, no synth pop, whatever. But the narration thing he does in the album, I love that, and so I took a little bit of that. Some of the sound effects and some of the ways he kind of clutters up songs. I was inspired by that, and definitely the storytelling of the album and the arc of After Hours, The Dawn, and the third album definitely inspired me. But yeah, it sounds nothing like The Weeknd. It sounds similar to Quadeca, and so that might be part of it, where if I was getting and said I want to make a song like Quadeca, it would probably sound too much like Quadeca because I'm already in that similar sphere. So if I can take something pieces from The Weeknd, if I was making an 80s synth pop album, it sound exactly like you know what I'm saying? So I think for me, It helps be inspired by genres that have nothing to do with mine. And like, obviously I'm not copying it, but I could copy exactly what they're doing, but it would sound nothing like what they're doing because it'd be in a different context. You know what I mean?
Straight up. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Nice.
Okay. Well, who inspired you for Burn the Box the most?
Jeez, wow.
And are you how like are you inspired? Are you inspired like Take Peace or like, oh shoot, now I want to make a song like this?
No, it's definitely at the show. I want to make a song like this. Because after hearing Quadeca's whole album, I was like, holy crap, I gotta do something like that. So yeah, shoot. Probably Clouds, NF, that whole thing. I was still on my rap crap. So yeah, I was still on my rap crap. So Donda also Kanye. Probably shoot. Yeah, just different types of things. J. Cole, he dropped the off season. That was huge inspiration too. Yeah, these I'm kind of go back a little back, like even further, because
who was the artist that you think you the most blatantly copied? Like where it's like that's a type person song.
I don't know, because Burn the Box was such a different variety of songs, and like you said, like we all pull inspiration from different artists that we all love. So like Burn the Box, you have literally, so the song Burn the Box, you have a beat switch in it, and the whole talking, and then like the whole like kind of rapping in and out. I don't know where the frick I got that
from. That would,
But then the fast lyrical rap that comes next after that on the second part, probably definitely NF. Forget My Name, that's just a song probably from all these like classic like TikTok bangers of just me just making a good feel good type song. Attention Seeker, probably 100%.
MGK.
No, actually. Shoot, I don't know where that song came from. I think I honestly was just like, I want to make a song that is like indie punk rock, and I just went with it. Slice and Dice, probably NF, and honestly, I heard a couple Little Darky songs, and I know they're like super terrible, but just the feeling of that raw aggression in some of those songs definitely made me.
Bet.
Peace, that was just the great interlude, just something calm after Slice and Dice. Failure at Love, that's like the Juice WRLD type crap. Hey You, you know how Hey You went, freaking just.
Who do that sound
I saw all my friends have. I don't know who does that sound like.
But
probably
that's
maybe
a good
happy
problem to
version
have.
of Juice, but like.
It's a good problem to have.
Yeah, but like. Yeah, but like certain songs that honestly don't inspire certain some of my songs, because Hey You was all about emotions, and you know this. I was like, okay, all my friends are in happy, great relationships right now. I'm gonna make a song dedicated to them. Fucking Slice and Dice was just like, I'm a little bit pissed, so I'm gonna just be pissed.
Yeah.
So it's mostly acting on emotions. And Attention Seeker was about CJ, but like that was like kind of after like it been blown over for probably like a couple months.
Well, I also think it's good if you're really inspired, like let's just say whoever album, then you end up making whatever album you want to make for that year later in the year, because then you can take bits and pieces.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like this next album is going to be heavily Quedeca, a little Juice, a little bit of new type of music that I've been listening to.
All right. That is the podcast. Y'all let us know what you thought about it. I had a lot of fun with that, actually. I think next week, we can do whatever, talk about the album, whatever. But Joseph's gonna do his own review of my album. So we're gonna have a review where we have all the homies together. But then he's also gonna do a separate review, Fantano style, where it's just him. We thought, okay, it'd be cool for the podcast if like we had me reacting to it, and then also him like reacting to his reaction. And so I think it'd be fun. We're gonna go on a trip with each other though. So maybe the week we go on the trip together, we do it and react to it in real life. What do you think about that? We haven't talked about this, but do you think that would work?
Oh yeah, that's a great idea.
Exactly,
I love that.
Exactly.
No, I love that idea.
Because I don't think you're gonna have it done. Whatever posting day we end up
by the time I leave, yeah.
Like Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday, I think would be a good posting day or something, something like that. You're not gonna have it in time. So yeah, let's just go with that. So next week we'll figure out what we're talking about, probably about the album some. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Joseph, you got anything else you want to say?
Nope, thank you so much for watching. I think this was a great time. A lot more structure, a lot more focus. So yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. So yep, thank you so much, guys.
All right, peace out.